So everyone's always looking for use cases. Why LLMs? What makes processes better? And I always like to think of the ability to use AI to either reduce, increase, or optimize any sort of process. And when you're such a massive company like Spotify, what you want to do is make the customer experience better. And how do you do that? You make people feel special, focused, as if they have some sort of customized experience that they're not going to see if they take their friend's Spotify. It is just yours, and it gives you the warm and fuzzies. And how can we do that with AI? Contextualize recommendations through personalized narratives using LLMs. Here's another thing that I love: open source. They used Meta's family of Llama models. I got Llama running right there behind me. I'm not paying anybody to use it. I get to develop with it. I get to mess around with it. And that's amazing that in this space, we're moving so fast for the ability for people to get their hands on these models and use them without any sort of roadblocks, red tags, and all that nonsense. So how did they do that? How did they achieve it? It is personalize. And what I find and what I like about this, contextualized recommendations for new releases, for a long time, dating back to the beginning of iTunes and then going to something like Spotify, you get recommendations. You don't know why they're there. But that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing contextualized. They use reinforcement learning, human in the loop. Their expert editors provide golden examples of contextualizations. And as a result, through fine-tuning their models and their processes, we get these not only recommendations as a user, but we get some context. Why you're listening to this, you're in this area, whatever information that Spotify can get a hold of, they can feed that into their LLMs to get a better, improve the existing algorithms that they have to provide this really cool personalized experience. They also use that in the same vein for some sort of customized, contextualized commentary for their AI DJ. Not something I personally want to use. I don't want to listen to someone that's constantly feeding me music and having to go into, hey, it's your DGX, got all kinds of music for you. Some people like it, and that's completely fine. But then they can fine tune it again based on their taste of music. They have music editors play a central role in meeting this challenge, leveraging their genre expertise and cultural insight to craft experiences that truly embrace the richness of global music. So you don't have just one voice. It's not just like one Siri voice. It is any number based on where you're at globally, what kind of music you listen to again get very, very personalized. And I think from a customer experience standpoint, that is a massive use case for LLMs. I also love this research at Spotify, talking about how they're doing it, what they're using. So they're surprisingly are using 1 billion, 8 billion parameter models, goes all the way up from release to 405 billion, which has surprised me. But of course, on the back end, you've got to worry about using all the compute resources, which then relates to the electric bill. And there's that right balance of what resources are available, what should we use, and what the use case is where you always start. You always start, what's our use case? So everything is released out there. I love this knowledge sharing that we're experiencing within this space. Then someone else could take that, whether it's a startup or even a larger company, and expand upon it.